Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome to another session of Live with Storified. And guess what? Whom do we have with us today? We have our very own ambassador, Aditi.
Hi.
And Aditi's particular live session has been a little bit delayed. It was supposed to happen last week.
Yes.
And then I fell ill. So basically, it got kind of like cancelled for the week. But here we are today again. And guess what? She's all prepped up. I can see this, everything is so lovely. The cupcakes look nice, the cookies look nice, but what looks even better is this venue that we're in right now. And it's a very, very awesome sort of a live kitchen we have here, which is, I'm going to read out what I have been told about the place. And it's just beautiful. You really have to be here to sort of experience it. And it reminds me of my kitchen back home in Aberdeen. So I'm so happy to look that we have something like this coming up in India as well. So we are here in Adinox in Koregaon Park in Pune. And it's by General Steel for their contemporary design product range and the kitchen setup. So Adinox is by General Steel, and it's presented by our venue partners, who is Vyom Lifestyle. So what we will do is, in between while Aditi is doing this, we will show you a quick sneak peek around the place, so you can also have a look at it from where you are right now. But shall we get started, Aditi?
Absolutely.
And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to be behind the camera and ask you questions, and whatever people sort of keep commenting, I'll be throwing it at you. But while you're working, for the first 2 minutes, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us how did Aditi come about to being the baker Aditi from the lawyer Aditi?
Definitely.
So that's a lovely story to hear, which is up on Storified, by the way. So you can look up Aditi there and read her story. But she will herself introduce you, her to you all, and I'm sure you all are waiting for her to speak and me to stop speaking now. So let's get Aditi over. So let's get Aditi started.
Hi guys, this is Aditi Garware and I'm a cake artist from Sweet Boutique by Aditi, located in Pune. I'm a home baker, and basically baking is absolutely my passion. I have been a lawyer before, and I quit my lucrative career to pursue my passion and pursue my dream. So I'm here, and I just love the artistic approach and the aesthetics when it comes to cake and baking. So I'm here to demonstrate a very, very, very trendy and a quirky technique of chalkboard effect on cakes, cupcakes, as well as cookies. So let's get started. Basically, chalkboard effect is a very simple technique. So if you feel that you have to be an artist or someone who has got good handwriting to work on cake, absolutely not. The beauty of chalkboard effect absolutely lies in the asymmetry and the inappropriate designs, maybe, because it has to be very trendy and very out of the box, and it's a very simple technique. So do not worry if you can't actually paint to save your life, or you paint like your kids do, so don't worry at all. So
I can't paint,
It's absolutely okay, because the beauty is behind the asymmetry.
Okay.
So that's how it is.
Okay, so let's get you started then. So we're
Absolutely.
going to move the camera around a bit so people can see you
the
working.
venue as well. It's a beautiful venue.
Check this
And
out. We have
those in Pune should definitely visit this place.
absolutely.
One of its kind in Pune.
So we'll place you here so we can see you working
Yes,
on
absolutely.
the lovely piece.
So I have a two-tiered cake over here, okay, and this is basically covered with black fondant. So you can cover your cake with black fondant and you're ready to roll. You can immediately start working on it. Basically, there are two types of techniques when it comes to chalkboard effect. One is actually using the edible chalk. I would say something like the pieces of white chocolate. So you can absolutely break it down and just start painting as if you're holding the chalk. So I would demonstrate something for you. Can you actually see this? So what happens with white chocolate is it actually works like a chalk. So it's not that bright. So what you can do is you can go over it once again and make it brighter. So you can make it brighter, or the second technique, which it's my favorite basically, and it's a very easy technique. So today we'll be working with that. What I have here is white gel color. I have some paint brushes, the usual ones that you get at any of the stationery stores. And I have a painting palette. So what I'll be doing is, and of course, some water. Those who feel that you can only use spirits to work this effect out with a gel color, usually people use alcohol. So I don't.
Alcohol sounds very nice.
You might just end up consuming it instead of going on the cake.
I guess so. If I'm doing that, that would happen for sure.
So I use water. Safe, easily available. So what I'll be doing is, I'm taking a fine brush, say 000, okay? It's a regular paint brush, and I'll be taking a little bit of the gel color and also if you feel that you aren't a great painter, or if your handwriting it isn't that pretty and you can't straight away draw something like this freehand, what you can do is you can actually get some pictures from Google, something like this. Something like this. You can get some pictures and you can take a print out and you can use it as a stencil basically. So you can keep those, you can keep the picture over here and maybe just take a non-toxic pencil and just stencil it out as you would do when you were a kid. So if you have the hassle of, I can't paint well, my handwriting isn't good, you can absolutely refer back to the pictures that are easily available on Google.
That's good for somebody
Yes,
like me
absolutely.
who has like 2 left hands, So
It's very simple. You can just take a printout, just put it over here and use a non-toxic pencil and just go over it, overwrite basically.
that's
so you
quite
get
interesting,
Yes, yes.
Okay, I guess guys, some of you are having streaming issues, so just give it some time. The video will sort of come live in some time. I know there are some streaming issues. I'm going to be replying to it right now.
So we are getting comments on Facebook?
Yes, we're getting comments saying people can't stream it.
But can they? Okay, so I really don't know if they can hear me if they can't see me.
So just a second, you can probably get some other preparations done.
Yeah, so I think I'll just wait for a minute before I actually begin with the chalkboard effect.
Yeah.
So that I want maximum people to watch me do that.
Okay guys, I am going to get to you.
Is it working?
Yeah. We have full connection. So you can go.
I'll go ahead. So I'll just grab a chair.
Yeah.
So the simplest thing is
You just fine.
It's okay?
We can see you completely.
perfect, perfect, perfect. So basically, you can just take off the excess white chocolate that's on the cake and a little bit of magic. I am taking the gel color, white gel color, any brand is fine. And can you see the difference now?
Yes.
What the white color actually does?
Yeah.
So, because this is bolder and commercially, I think your clients or your friends or family would like something that is highlighted. And this is a very easy technique. So, I prefer doing it with the color instead of the chocolate. And with summers out here, the chocolate starts melting in your hands. So, I prefer this technique. So what I'm doing is, I'm just overwriting just follow the lines which you have got imprinted on it, something like this.
This is actually such an easy way of doing it.
It's really easy. It's very easy and it looks beautiful.
You know what? I'm going to ask you to let me try once.
Yes.
Probably, you know, when people know that how bad I am at drawings, if I can do it, they can definitely do it too.
Absolutely not. You don't need to be very good at it, but I'm sure you'll be very good at this.
Wow.
Even if you're not good at drawing.
So I know I have another career waiting for me then.
Yeah. Oh, am I creating competition?
Might just be.
So what I'm doing is I'm trying out different types of lettering. So I'm just, yeah.
We have one question.
Yes.
Where Deepa is asking, in
Yes.
what medium is this the stenciling is done?
The medium, you can just take a regular paper or a butter paper. I would prefer doing it on a butter paper.
On butter paper?
Yes, yes.
Okay, alright.
So butter paper would be a good option because you usually use it for baking as well.
Yeah,
Yes.
indeed. So Deepa, there you go. That's what Aditi said, that you can do it in butter paper. It is much better.
Because it's translucent.
Yeah.
And we used to, actually I used to use butter paper in school as well to do the stenciling part. So it's translucent. I can see what is happening over here. As well as, you know, I can trace out good designs because it's
Okay.
translucent. Anything that is translucent basically.
Okay.
So basically, all you need is love. And now I'm going to, this is just the basics. I'm going to highlight the letters now. Okay?
So guys, you can keep asking questions, by the way, while Aditi is working and showing us things. So that's your chance to interact with her as well. So keep your questions coming in.
Yes.
Probably
So,
what we'll do is show you around while she's
Absolutely.
working. How does it look? So you can see she's just highlighting the letters now. She's
Yes.
going over and over again and again.
yes. I'm making them bolder.
And you see, that's how she's got the water and the palette and everything sorted there. And my eyes just keep going on the cupcakes, by the way.
Yes, we'll be definitely doing that as well.
No, it's not about doing them, it's about eating them. So you can see how pretty it looks on black fondant.
I'm basically accentuating it. Going back to my school days and just imagining that how it would look like on a blackboard. So that's what is important, because that's what chalkboard is all about.
Yeah, the whole essence of being on a blackboard. So there you go, guys. It's looking lovely right now.
And this is just the start. I'm trying out something in a different font. Any questions coming in?
Not yet. I think people are just so busy watching.
Yes, this requires a little bit of patience.
You want to turn it
does.
around and
Yes.
see how it's looking right now?
So all you need is love. Love is all you need.
Wow, that's just like
That's the sense of life.
life, yes.
So whenever you're doing this technique, just be a little patient and just don't hurry up, because it needs to definitely look neat. When I say it can be a little asymmetric and you can just go a little crazy with the patterns, but it has to look neat as well. So just don't rush through. So I'll be a little louder so that you guys can hear me. Are they able to hear me?
Yes, they
Great.
can hear you. Just you need to be a little louder for them.
Okay.
Okay, we have more questions which are coming in now,
Yes.
which says that is it normal paintbrush which you're using?
Absolutely. Absolutely. See, these are the paint brushes that I have. So these are the regular ones that I get from my stationery store. Absolutely the regular paint brushes.
Alright, and they're 0.000, right?
Yeah, this one which I'm using is 3 times 0.
Okay.
But I do have, for highlighting something, if I have bolder designs, I do have bigger brushes as well.
Okay, alright. So there you go, guys. It's the one she's using right now is 0.000, but you know, she has bigger brushes as well. The next question that we have is Niti is asking that if we don't have white color, what else can be used?
You can use white powder dust, the dust colors. If you don't have gel colors, you can use dust colors as well, and you can mix it with water. And if not, initially the first method that I showed you, if you don't want to do it with colors, you can always use these bits of white chocolate. So you can always use white chocolate, or you can use the edible powdered colors. Yeah.
So Deepa is asking again that you're using Ameri gel color along with ethanol or
Water.
water. So yeah, guys, she told right at the start she doesn't want the alcohol, you know.
Exactly, because see, in India, it's basically a personal choice whether to use alcohol or not. Because some of the religions don't permit, and it's basically your personal choice. So I prefer using water. It's the safest option, and it works perfectly awesome. Just look at this.
That looks lovely, you know. So we have Shalini asking that yeah, she did start late. So is it fondant base or colored chocolate?
This is fondant base.
This is fondant base, Shalini.
Yes.
Kavita is saying what gel color brand would you suggest?
Okay, I use Ameri, which is easily available. Wilton is good. Even we have Indian brands available like Baker's Willy. So any brand is absolutely fine. But today I am using Ameri. Yes.
Aarti is asking which color are you using?
This is Ameri Super White. Okay, this is Bright White. Ameri Bright White gel color.
Okay. Harsha is saying, can you tell us in short about stenciling?
Okay, so basically what you do is, you take a butter paper. So whichever image you want to stencil out, you have the image kept on your table. You put the butter paper on that image. You take a non-toxic pencil. Nowadays, all the pencils that we get are usually non-toxic. But to be on the safer side, you can just check if it is non-toxic. Take a non-toxic pencil. When you place the butter paper on your design, just, run through your pencil over the design that you want. So then on this butter paper, you will have your pencil marks. So you'll have a design ready. Just put the design on fondant and again run through your pencil over the butter paper so that your pencil gets imprinted on the
Butter paper.
on the fondant. Yes.
So it kind of leaves that
marks. Yes. So you basically have a skeleton ready on your cake.
Okay. That's great.
Yes.
So we have Kashmira asking that can this effect be done on a ganache cake as well?
On ganache cake, yes, you can do it. But what will happen is, because absolutely these colors work on ganache, but if it is right out of the refrigerator, it will start leaving water droplets because it will start coming down to room temperature. So if you're working in AC, it's absolutely fine. I just don't want the condensation to happen because the water droplets might spoil the color.
Okay.
Yes.
We have Smriti asking, oh yeah, that's the same question she has, but in a slightly different way.
Okay.
She's asking, can this effect be done on ganache cake, which you just answered,
yes,
or only black fondant covered cake? So you prefer black fondant?
I prefer black fondant because this will stay stable. With ganache, the condensation might happen because if I'm transporting a cake, then again there's a temperature shock. But if you're doing it for your family just at home, you can absolutely do it in an AC room.
So guys, by the way, who can't hear Aditi, please plug in your earphones. It's slightly always, the volume is slightly low. So plug in your earphones, you can hear her absolutely well. Naina, Aditi is using Ameri color, which is bright white.
Yes.
Hope that answers. Now Divya is asking, is the color gel easily available in the market?
Yes, absolutely.
If we don't, do not opt for the white chocolate or dust.
Yes, gel colors are easily available in the Indian market because Indian market is growing. Yes, initially it was a task to source these colors, but now they are easily available all across India in all the cake decorating stores and your local suppliers as well. Yes.
So, Simi was asking, is it free handwritten or do you use stencil or image transfer?
Yeah, this is absolutely free handwritten because probably I am sure of what I'm doing, but if you're a little unsure and you want to try out different designs, so first you can use the stenciling method. And if you don't like it, you haven't used the white color, so you can always stencil out something else on the same fondant. So you can change the design as well.
Okay, that's nice. So,
So I'm just adding these tiny accents basically to whatever is written so that it highlights the entire look of the cake.
I can't wait to. I'm gonna do that now. So guys, you'll see like a really disabled sort of a artist, trying to do something. I don't mean anything wrong to people, but yeah, I'm totally disabled when it comes to drawing and painting and stuff.
Okay, so what you need to do is just go crazy with your brush strokes.
Okay.
That's it. So what you can do is you can replicate the same leaf structure. You can just do line and you can just replicate it. Okay. See, I've drawn the flower for you.
I'm gonna try it now.
Yes,
and
please.
you can answer some questions in the meanwhile.
Of course, I will. So you can take some color and that's what.
Wow, this is like back to school days, This actually feels like chalkboard effect. And I feel like one of those children, just writing on the board when the teacher is out and, you sneak out and you're like, hey, this is my turn to write on the board and pretend to be teacher.
So thank you, Kavita, for mentioning that this is a wonderful session and she's enjoying it. I'm glad. Thank you so much.
See, I made one leaf. One tiny leaf is there.
That's nice. You can actually highlight the midrib as well, the vein. And also, girls, unlike her, try to work clean. Okay, so what you do is you don't actually dip your entire brush.
Okay.
Because then what you'll have is the remains on your hands and that might get transferred to the cake. So you can avoid, that's why I prefer using the palette, because what happens, you can absolutely paint directly from the bottle also, but then this might leave some marks here and there. So just try to be more organized.
Teacher already told me off, So we let the teacher keep working.
Come, do it.
Oh, no. Okay.
First time you make mistakes and you learn.
Yeah. So how do I get rid of it?
So what you can do is just
okay. So now I'm prepared. Let's try this. I can say I got a hands-on demo as well. So wow.
Okay, Akanksha, we have got an inquiry, a question which says, how do they view it?
Okay, I'm gonna come back there and
Okay.
you're gonna finish this off.
Yes.
Okay, go. So,
Completing the leaves.
So we have Smriti asking, recently she's got Baker's vanilla white glaze. Is it the same as gel color?
Is it a gel color or it's a glaze?
She's saying white glaze.
No, because if it's a tall bottle which says glaze and if it's a spray, then it's something different. What I'm using is gel color. So the
Okay.
bottle would be a small bottle, basically.
Okay, alright.
Yes.
We have some more questions for you.
Lovely.
So, Jhanu is asking that is it possible to give some homemade fondant recipe?
What I can do is I can post a recipe.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, you can share the link on your Facebook page as well. So post the demo, I can put up some recipes which the girls can try.
Okay, that's perfect. So, we have Kavita saying wonderful session. Thank you so much for the answers.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavita, for appreciating Storified as well. Cheryl is saying, Aditi, would you be able to demonstrate a small portion using a stencil and a butter paper?
So what I can do is, again, because at the venue we don't have a butter paper, again, the same thing can be done. I can put up a pictorial step-by-step tutorial of the butter paper transfer on my Facebook page, and you guys can just go back and save the photo.
Share it here
yes,
as well.
So you can just save it back on your laptops or your phones. So you'll have it forever.
So we have lots of comments for you, Aditi. Prati is saying you look fab.
Thank you.
Harsha is saying you rock.
Thank you.
Smriti is saying yes, it is lovely and wonderful session. We are getting to learn without any hassle. Else chalkboard effect seems something so difficult.
Yes.
So
that's actually a myth. It's so easy and so beautiful.
So Suvida is saying thank you. It's so helpful for beginners like her that watching the session. So Simi is asking, can we do it on the trip and then stack, or stack and then write? Won't the bottom tier get damaged?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do this separately. You don't need to stack it one on top of the other. If you aren't confident about, you think that you might damage the tier that is beneath, you can absolutely do it separately and then stack it one on top of the other. Absolutely.
So Smriti is saying that her thing is not a spray, it's like liquid which we use for leopard effect cakes. The white glaze, bakers will question.
Actually, I'm a little unaware about this product that she's talking about. But if it's an alcohol-based product, I think she can absolutely use it. She can maybe spray it in a bowl and she can see the consistency of the liquid. And you can absolutely try it if it's alcohol-based. You can just spray it in a bowl so that you get a good quantity and then just start painting.
Okay. So Melissa is saying, have you mixed something to get gel color for the chalkboard effect?
No, you absolutely get this as gel color. So you basically have powdered colors, you have gel colors, you have liquid based colors. So what I'm using is gel color, and what I'm doing is I'm just mixing few drops of water in my palette with the gel color, and then I'm painting.
We have everybody is saying fabulous tutorial. Thank you, Aditi. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, absolutely.
So yeah, guys, it's black fondant which she's using. There are lots of questions coming on that.
Okay.
So it's black fondant which is being used, and we are just watching her, make it glorious.
So basically, this is how you can actually create something related to chalkboard effect. You can just go crazy with your paintbrush or your white chocolate and you can write whatever you want to. Basically, for wedding invites, you can just write save the date, and you can do it on cookies and send it to your friends and family, basically for your invitations, or a birthday party or anniversary. So any kind of stuff you can use it. Maybe for your school reunions, this is a fantastic effect because it takes you back to the school days. Okay, so we don't stop here. What we do is, now the painting part is what I have completed. Now, okay, this is black fondant and I've written with white gel color, but I still need that chalky effect on black fondant. So how do I get that? What I'll be doing is, I'll be using some icing sugar to dust my tier so that it gives me that white chalky effect. Okay, and for that what I'll be using is a makeup brush, a blusher or a foundation brush basically. So yeah, it has got multiple uses.
Wow, that's like a news to me.
Yes. And what I'm doing is I'm just taking a little bit of icing sugar on my brush, and
so Deepa is asking that can we use alcohol to dip the brush rather than water?
absolutely your choice.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Divya is saying, so this can be done on black fondant and white gel only. It cannot be done with any other colors.
You can do it with other colors as well, but the concept is chalkboard effect. So the white and black is a very conventional way to do chalkboard. So, but you can absolutely do it with any other color you want to.
Check this, while she's dusting it with the icing sugar to make it look like a chalkboard.
So can you see this? So I'm just dusting the tier with icing sugar, and I'm using a makeup brush because it actually gives you that perfect effect of chalkboard. So what I can do is I can dust some over here as well. So it again depends on you how chalky you want the effect to be.
So you see how it actually looks like a chalkboard right now? Wow.
So can you see this?
We'll bring close. You see, she's doing it on the top as well. So we have Deepa saying that water gives it a little sticky texture. So isn't alcohol sort of better?
Yes, the color will dissolve better in alcohol, definitely. But trust me, it doesn't give it any, the water doesn't give it any sticky texture. If you keep on overdoing on a wet portion, which the color mixed with water, if it is wet and you keep on overdoing it, then it will be very sticky and then it won't be as neat as what this looks like. But if you just do it one stroke at a time, let it dry and then do it one on top of the other. So this is what you actually get.
So there are already people asking you to take classes in Bangalore. Deepa is asking you to do that. Smriti, it's very funny, but Aditi is actually using a makeup brush for the dusting right now, which I was very shocked to hear. So Smriti is also asking that she's read somewhere that you can use corn flour for dusting.
Yes, absolutely. You can substitute icing sugar with corn flour as well. Absolutely. But icing sugar adds to the taste as well. So I like using icing sugar.
Okay.
And the white color which icing sugar gives you is a little darker than corn flour. But if you don't have icing sugar, straight away go with corn flour. No worries at all.
Okay. So we have Nikki saying that after we finish painting, can we do the dusting immediately or should we wait for it to dry for some time?
Yes, a little. Wait for it to dry a little because as I said earlier, if it is a little wet, then it starts becoming sticky. So just let it dry, and this absolutely dries in 5-10 minutes. So you don't have to wait forever. So we have our chalkboard effect on the top tier ready.
So let's get it zoomed in actually, you know. Let's zoom it in and let's see how it looks.
Yes. And of course I'll be decorating it a little more, getting in more elements on the cake, but till then you can just have a look at the chalkboard effect.
So we're going to take it a little bit into the light. So you see it says all you need is love, and love is all you need So it's looking lovely right now. It's all dusted on the top. You can see the dusting. So it really looks like a board right now. See very closely each element how it looks. Actually looks like it's written on chalk. It's written with chalk on a slate or a blackboard. So we have Aditi back here now.
So I have made a fringed peony out of gum paste for this lovely cake, so that you can actually use this technique on wedding cakes as well. Nowadays, many people don't want the conventional stuff, so this is a very trendy thing, very fun thing. So you can always put that on a wedding cake as well. And I'll be using this sugar flour to decorate the cake. But before that, for the beginners who want to just play around with fondant, I have some very simple and fun techniques for them. So
we have somebody say to you that it is Deepa saying this is very neat and clean work, Aditi. So see guys, I got told off for my work. So obviously Aditi is much neater than me.
Thank you.
And
thank you very much.
Smriti is saying thank you for answering the questions so patiently.
My pleasure.
We're here to do that, Smriti. So we are here for another roughly over, an hour nearly. So you guys can keep watching and keep asking questions because we love to answer them.
Yes, absolutely. You can shoot your questions. So for the beginners, you get these kind of silicone molds in the market. You can get it from your bakery supply stores anywhere across the city. These are, the country. These are easily available. So how do you use these? And how do you use these simple accents to highlight the cake? So what I'll be doing is, I have some fondant with me over here. Very important, always ziplock your fondant.
Shall we move this? Or
yeah, I'll be working simultaneously.
Okay. All right.
Because I want to add these accents to the cake. So not only chalkboard, but how you can add these tiny accents which can absolutely highlight the cake.
Wow.
Okay. So always remember, I have some red fondant with me, but my fondant always goes into the ziplock. Okay. Golden rule: don't keep your fondant open; it'll dry off. So what I'm doing is I'm just kneading my fondant a little, and I'll be using the silicone mold to just push in a little bit of fondant. Okay, so you can watch me. I'm just pushing in the fondant in the mold and just taking it out. So you get this very cute heart, basically. So you get these molds in various shapes and sizes, so you can use it according to your requirement. What I'm going to do is, I'm just taking a little bit of water, applying it on the heart and just sticking it like this. Can you see this?
Wow.
So you can add these small elements.
We'll bring it closer so people can see the lovely work. So can you see that, guys? Yeah. There you go.
And if you want to take the close-up of this as well, what I'm doing is I'm just taking a little bit of fondant, pushing it into the mold and just pushing this back to get a pretty heart. Yes.
Check this out, guys. The heart is just perfect shape.
Yeah. So what I'll be doing is I'll be just putting a little bit of water and I'm just applying, just putting this randomly. So maybe some of them can be tiny, some of them can be big.
We have Deepa asking you
Yes.
that if you ziplock all colors in one cover,
Right.
does the color not seep to others?
I would suggest that ziplock it in different covers if you want to store it. I just wanted to transport it to this venue, so it was hardly an hour ago when I packed these colors, so that's absolutely fine. And I have separate balls of colors. So I've seen that the balls have been separate and then I've kept them together just for transportation sake. But if personally, if I have to store them, then I'm going to store them separately. So you can either ziplock it or cling wrap it. Basically, do not expose it to air.
So we have Deepa again asking that she always uses a plunge cutter.
Yes.
But this mold would give a 3D effect than the cutter.
Yes, exactly. The cutters are equally helpful, but this would have a 3D effect, as you said. So this looks really nice. So I'm using different shapes, and as I said, I love doing asymmetric stuff. So I'm using different shapes and sizes, making it very random.
So Divya is asking that since you're from Pune, can
Yes.
you suggest some good stores or shops where you can get good baking groceries and bakeware?
There are a number of shops in Pune. So we have our very own Arif in Pune, we have Jai Foods, we have Food Record Store, we have Baker Supermarket, we have Lakeland. We have so many stores. So these are, I think, in the Pune division. I think we have more in Pimpri Chinchwad as well. So you can go to any of these stores. They're really good and they're very helpful.
So Swati is saying that she uses an alphabet mode, but it gets difficult in taking out the letters.
Okay.
She uses gum paste.
Okay.
What mistake is she making?
Basically, I need to see your mold because there are a number of alphabet molds or cutters. So if you feel that your alphabet is not coming out, what you can do is, this is what I specifically use. You can use any of these pointy tools basically. This is a Dresden Tool. So this is quite pointy. So if the alphabet is not coming off the cutter, example, I'll just give you a small demo. If, this is the heart, and if it's not coming out, what I'll be doing is I'll be using this pointy thing, pushing this inside, so see, this comes out. Okay, so you can try that.
So hopefully Swati, your question got answered
Yeah,
there.
I basically need to see what kind of mold it is, but this is something, this is a technique which you can use a lot of times to take off something from any of the molds or cutters.
Okay. We have 3 questions which are pretty similar, which is saying that is this market bought fondant which you're using, or have you made it?
Yeah.
And should store-bought fondant be stored in the same way that you're storing this fondant right now?
Okay, so basically this is store-bought fondant. So it comes in 1 kg packs, half kg packs. So you can either be it your homemade fondant or be it your ready-made fondant. You can absolutely store it in cling wrap or in any of the ziplocks. Basically in any of the airtight mediums.
So Vasundhara is asking, till how many days can the fondant be stored?
If it is homemade fondant, it depends upon your recipe, if it is with eggs or without eggs. And but homemade fondant might stay up to a month. If you have kept it well, you can refrigerate it and store it so that the fungus doesn't catch on it. And the ready-made fondant has an expiry date on it. So I think usually the shelf life is around 2 years, so you can use it for 2 years.
Okay, we have Deepthi asking
Yes.
that what is the difference between fondant and gum paste?
Okay, basically what I'm using over here is fondant, which is soft, and we cover our cakes with fondant, so it always remains soft. Whereas this is a gum-based flower and it has dried hard. The petals have taken the shape of however they have been dried, basically. So this is gum paste. Gum paste dries hard like rock. Fondant doesn't dry that hard. And fondant is used to cover cakes. Gum paste usually is used to make flowers. Or
See how hard
figurines.
it is?
So we are almost done with this.
We have
Decoration.
Deepa saying that looking at the finishing of fondant covering, she thinks that the fondant is draped rather being covered in two pieces. Can she know the reason why?
Basically, this fondant has been draped. So I have actually rolled out a big roti of fondant and then I have draped the cake with fondant. And I haven't used the method of paneling where I actually use part by part of fondant and put it on the cake. So this has been draped. So it looks very clean. But a paneling method also looks clean basically. But I think it's a personal choice. So I like draping my cakes this way. So I roll it and then put it on the cake.
Okay, we have Shobha asking that when we do buttercream, the quantity of sugar is great if we buy from shop sugar. If we buy from shop, sugar is too high. Why is it so? Basically, to store, they use more sugar, or what's the reason?
So does she mean that
So
she
when you buy-
purchases buttercream from the store?
I think she means like
A ready-made buttercream or something?
ready-made buttercream cake or something. The sugar quantity is too high.
See, when you use buttercream, anyways the sugar quantity is going to be high because it's butter and icing sugar. So it's definitely going to be sweet. Unless and until you're using Italian meringue and Swiss meringue, buttercream, again that is again sweet, but it has got egg contents in it, so you know, the taste gets balanced a little. But if you're using American buttercream, ABC, it's definitely going to be sweet because the main content is icing sugar and butter.
It says American in it, so
Yes,
obviously
exactly.
it's going to have a lot of sugar in it.
Exactly.
So Hinu is asking, which brand of fondant do you recommend for draping?
I would recommend Satin Ice. Satin Ice is good. Fonda Frost is good. So yeah, they are really good.
Okay, so Aradhana is saying some fondant varieties are more like marshmallows and less sticky and sweet. How do these varieties differ from each other?
Basically, it depends on what recipe you're using. So if you're doing marshmallow based fondant or you're using other ingredients like icing sugar and liquid glucose and glycerine, or you're doing it with icing sugar or you're using marshmallow, so the taste is definitely going to be different. So again, it's absolutely, you know, it's subjective because everybody uses different recipes.
So Hiloni is asking, can we add Tylose or CMC in fondant to make gum paste?
You can definitely add Tylose or CMC in fondant, but I wouldn't call it the gum paste. I would say that it is a strengthening agent, so the fondant will definitely stiffen up, it will become stiff, but I wouldn't call it gum paste, no.
Okay. Then we have Prabjot saying that she makes fondant but it's very hard. So what should she be doing?
She can add glycerine to her recipe. Again, Prabjot, I need to know your recipe to comment something on why it is becoming hard. But you can try adding glycerine to it because glycerine enhances the softness of fondant.
Okay, Deepa is saying for buttercream, can you suggest 4:1 or 2:1?
For buttercream, I would suggest 2:1. 2 parts of sugar to 1 part of butter, because 4:1 would become, I think the person might become diabetic. It would be too much. It would be too much sweet for me. I might not be able to eat so much.
Okay, so we have Suman asking that while draping cakes the fondant tears, so can she know why that happens?
Okay, so turn to that. So
Wow.
Basically, there are numerous reasons. First of all, your fondant is dry, hence it cracks up, it tears. You have added too much of cornstarch while kneading your fondant, so it might crack or it might tear. And it's basically, exposed to air, or while kneading you have incorporated a lot of air in it, so it is drying off basically. So hence your fondant will definitely tear.
Okay.
Your fondant needs to be fresh and soft. Very, very, very important.
Okay. Amita is saying, is it mandatory to use margarine for buttercream, or can you use pure butter? What is the difference in the handling of the two?
Margarine would be definitely more stable, but personally I feel that you need to, it has to be more flexible while handling. You can do half part of butter, half part of margarine.
Okay. Rathi has actually pointed something very nice out, that she's saying you're touching your hair and then working on a cake too. So shouldn't you be observing some hygiene?
Oh, this is a dummy cake, so that's okay. It's a dummy cake. Of course, when I'm working in my kitchen, I always have my hair tied. Absolutely, absolutely. When I'm working with real cakes. So this is basically for the demonstration. Good point, good point.
That's very nice. So, so Sahana is saying, which toppers would be lighter, those made from fondant or gum paste? Is one preferred over the other?
I would suggest use fondant toppers, because usually the toppers are eaten by kids, so they'll prefer eating fondant toppers. That would be tastier than gum paste.
Wow. So
Yes, I have the cake ready over here. So we have the gum paste flour, and it's been adorned on this simple looking cake, but the technique is very, very, very versatile, so you can definitely try it. And do let me know how you're trying it on various cakes, like birthday cakes, wedding invites, or your Valentine cakes, your proposed cakes, your anniversary cakes.
So hint, hint, if there are any guys watching this, you know how to propose to your girl now.
Exactly.
You
can just ask her out by, writing your...
Will you marry me?
Yes,
absolutely. So we have Amla asking that for making basic cakes, can icing sugar be used or in place of castor sugar?
I would suggest that please stick to castor sugar while baking. Icing sugar is mostly used for icing.
Okay.
Yes.
So Alice is saying it's a super cake.
Thank you.
And Harsha will be updating the way you can contact Aditi at the end of the video. It will be there in the link, so you can do that. Aarti is asking, if not buttercream, what kind of filling can we have?
You can, for fondant cakes, you can have ganache filling. Anything related to ganache and chocolate, you can definitely have. So, I have this tiny little topper made with the same effect. What I've done is I've added tiny bits of colors to it. So this can be like your cupcake topper, and I have made something like this, which can be your cookie topper as well. So what I'll be doing is I'll be painting two more, and I'll be showing you how to incorporate this design on your cupcake toppers. So you can have a look at this.
So you can see this. All you need is love, and love is all that you need.
And we have a lot of other messages as well.
It says, you and me forever. This says, dare to dream.
Okay, somebody had asked me regarding plunger cutters as well, instead of the silicone mold. So what I can do is now, I can actually use these plunger cutters to decorate these.
by the way, what we're going to do is show you this pretty plate here, which is from our Ganache. So you can see here how lovely this looks. It's a lovely steel plate, by the way, so it sort of looks very posh as well as very beautiful. So check it out, the fondant toppers on this pretty plate.
So somebody asked me that instead of the silicone mold, we'll have to, if you want to use the plunger cutters. So this is how we can do it. What you can do is, you can just roll your fondant. Okay, you can roll your fondant and you can use your plunger cutter to plunge out these tiny designs. So what I can do is, I really like this Kiss Me. So I will just take a little bit of water and just put these hearts over. So I can try out different sizes as well. So I can actually highlight this.
Let's bring it close. So do you see this? How beautiful the Kiss Me looks. It actually makes you feel like kiss me sort of a thing, I'm not going to say who, but kiss me.
So now what I'll be demonstrating is how you can make these tiny, cute little flowers on your So I can take fondant of any color that I want according to the color scheme that you're working on.
Okay, we have Afreen saying that generally people don't like the taste of fondant. So how do we make it taste good?
You can always work out on the flavor options, because if you're actually combining fondant with a cake that is overly sweet, extremely sweet, obviously your clients or your friends, your family is not going to like it. So you need to balance out the flavor of your cake with the flavor of the fondant. So I would suggest something like chocolate. Dark chocolate would absolutely work well with fondant.
So guys, by the way, we have last 30 minutes going on now. So Aditi is going to sort of now hurry up a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
And we're going to keep taking questions for the next 20 minutes, and in the last 10 minutes we'll show you the pretty creations and we'll talk a little bit to Aditi.
Absolutely.
So next 20 minutes guys, keep your questions coming in. We have Hiloni saying that she's definitely going to try this cake. Hiloni, you should put up a picture, tag Storified, tag Aditi, tag both of us, and then we can see it.
And definitely tag RT Knox as well.
Yes.
Because they have given me this lovely cake stand, and this is a lovely place where I have more energy to work and answer your questions. So what I'm doing is, to make these lovely tiny flowers, I have just rolled out a sausage, okay, and I'm just taking a paintbrush. I'm not even taking a rolling pin to just roll this, okay, like this, just to flatten it.
So Smriti is saying that it's a lovely session. She would want some more on the gum paste flower, by the way.
Definitely, definitely.
Anya is saying, great, awesome cake. Amrita is asking, how have you made that topper hard? That's a gum paste, isn't it?
This one?
Yes.
She's talking about.
I
This
guess
is
so.
a gum paste fringed peony. So it's an entirely different medium. Why I have got this is because a simple cake can be highlighted by using all these various elements, like your silicone molds, like your gum paste flowers, etc. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'll roll this out. I'm going to just roll it back again.
So, okay. Sahana is saying that do you moisten your fondant cakes by any chance?
Yeah, you can always brush them with sugar syrup. Definitely.
Okay. Amita, by the way, Aditi, the white powder that she's used to highlight is icing sugar.
Yes.
And she loves using icing sugar over corn flour.
Yes.
So we have people, shouting out, "Woohoo, Aditi, go girl," and that's Gina actually.
Thank you.
So, Afreen is saying, are any other flavors other than chocolate to use fondant?
Yes.
To use under fondant?
Yes, buttercream, you can definitely try out various flavors. I wouldn't suggest to use something that is very, very, very sweet, but something which you can balance out the sweetness, because this is icing sugar paste. So already there is icing sugar in fondant. So you can definitely try different flavors with buttercream, definitely.
Amita is asking that how have you made the cupcake topper hard?
Cupcake topper hard.
Yes.
This one?
Yeah.
She's talking about? So that is what I did was I used a plunger cutter.
No, I think the base, basically, the black bit. How has...
This thing?
Yeah.
This thing? Okay, I'll just tell you. What you do is you just take a black fondant, just roll it, okay, and just cut circles. Take a circular cutter, take a stainless steel cutter, or you have these different circular cutters. So just roll your fondant and cut circles. That's it.
And so fondant does dry out hard?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So there you go, Amita. Fondant dries out hard. Gina is asking that, Aditi, do you have support in the cake?
Yes. So there is a center dowel in the cake, and there are dowels in the lower tier. Yes.
Okay. So Mona Lisa is saying, how much time does it take to complete a cake like you've made it?
This one, I would say that it depends on the speed basically of the individual, very subjective. But again, I kind of completed the chalkboard effect here in an hour or so, and then you might require another hour to decorate the entire cake. So you might be adding more elements to it. So say around 2.5 hours.
So yes, Gina, your messages are reaching. We are answering them. So Seema is asking, can you give some fondant recipes?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, post the demo. I'll be posting the recipes on my Facebook page. You can definitely catch it over there. So see, I am making the similar flowers on this right in front of you. Can you see this? So all these small detailings add up to the look of the cake or the cupcakes.
So Jagrati, that as she just said, that she will give out the fondant and gum paste sort of recipe later on at the end of the session, and you guys can check it out on her page and our page. So Divya, thank you very much. We will try and keep coming up with more sessions like this. And Aditi, she's saying you truly inspire to follow one's passion, and thank you for the session.
Thank you so much.
You guys rock. So
so now what I'm doing is I already have these ready. I have my cupcakes and my cookies ready as well. So I'm quickly painting these. So guys who have actually missed this and who have started late can quickly have a look at what I'm doing, and we'll be immediately plating them.
So you see guys, there was just some people who are asking right now that how do you make the chalkboard effect. So now you can see Aditi at work where she's going to do it again.
Gel color and water.
Gel color and water, and that's how she's going to do the chalkboard effect. And Aditi just said that black fondant gets hard once it's rolled out and cut. It dries out hard.
Yeah.
So obviously your fondant would become hard. So now, here you go.
And if she wants to, Aarti, if you want to make it harder, then you can add in xylose powder to it.
There you go, Gina. We're zooming into the cupcake toppers. We have somebody singing a song for you, Aditi, saying Kabhi Kabhi Zindagi Mein Aditi.
Oh wow! Thank you.
So laugh till it hurts, dare to dream, love. So she's just going through it right now. So Aditi, do you want to just tell once again very quickly that how do you do this?
Yes. So what you can do is you can either use bits of white chocolate to, you know, just write down whatever message you want to, something like this, okay? Just like you would write on a blackboard with a chalk. So you can use bits of white chocolate, and if you feel that this is too light and if you want to highlight it, then you can always use white ameri color, okay? So this is what I'm doing. I'm just highlighting the bits now.
The yummy cupcakes right there, and the cookies and the cake. Wow. So Nikki, she's using a 0.000, so 0.30 brush. You're welcome, guys. We love to bring you more such videos. So if you want more of Aditi, you have to tell us, and we have to try and catch her because she's one busy lady. You won't believe how hard it was to catch her twice in a row.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. So this is what I have.
So Nikita is asking that can we use fondant toppers on fresh cream cakes to highlight?
Yes, definitely. Definitely you can. Why not? Definitely. So you can always add these accents to
Just
your...
a second,
Yes.
Aditi, let them see.
Yes.
See this,
See the
how,
difference.
you know, how dark it is now and how light it was with the white chocolate. So, you know, you can see that there. There you go. Dipti is asking which fondant do you prefer, homemade or store-bought?
I would suggest that I prefer homemade because I like the taste better. But colors, the deeper colors like black and blood reds and all, I would prefer buying red.
Amita is asking, are these standard paint brushes like synthetic hair ones?
Yes, these are synthetic hair. For water, poster and acrylic colors.
Shilpa, this is not on gum paste, this is on fondant. So Priya is asking, is it necessary for the fondant topper to dry and then you write on it?
I would prefer that. That will make my life easier basically. So I would prefer that.
So Nikita is saying it's just gel and water which you're using, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Nikita. So Mona Lisa is saying, from where did you get your training done?
I have had a lot of teachers all across India, as well as I've trained with a few of the international artists as well, and I've been lucky to get really good mentors. Thank you so much to all my mentors.
Prabjot is saying, can you share homemade fondant recipes?
I'll be doing that on my Facebook page. Yes, definitely.
Shushmita is asking which fondant do you use, as in which brand?
I like using Satinize, I like using Fontafrost, I like using Vision as well. So a number of brands are available, and these brands are easily available, so you don't need to worry about that.
Okay, we have...
So we are almost done over here. So any more questions?
We have like 15 minutes left.
Yes.
So we really need to
Hurry up, I know.
hurry up now. So
We are
Shilpa,
on it.
yes, it is a very bright white color which she is using right now. Shall we move on
Absolutely.
and see the next step? So Amita is asking, so essentially one can paint on fondant like you're writing directly on the cake too.
Yes,
Amita,
absolutely.
that's what she did right here.
So those who missed this step, I am dusting icing sugar with a makeup brush. So to give it the white chalky effect. So this is what you get. Same way. Okay.
14 minutes left.
Yes. So now what we'll be doing is we'll be putting these cupcake toppers on the cupcakes. Okay, so I'll just clear off the desk. Okay, so I have these cupcakes ready, which have been frosted with fresh cream. Okay, so what I'll be doing is one topper, I'll be just placing it.
So there you see, she just placed the cupcake on a butter cream topper, right?
No, this is fresh cream.
Fresh cream
Fresh
topper.
cream, whipped cream.
Freshly whipped cream. So Nikita is asking, how many hours do you need for the fondant to dry?
Say around 6 hours.
6 hours.
Yes.
And
or you
Amla-
can just do it a day prior and use it the next day, so they'll be hard enough.
So Amla is asking, is it necessary to brush with icing sugar?
No, it's definitely not necessary, but I like to have the chalky thing, the whitish effect coming in between, so that it's authentically a chalkboard effect, so I dust it with icing sugar.
Trust me, Nikita, this is very, very mouth-watering right now. This is just too mouth-watering.
So it's a very easy method. I'm just picking up the toppers and putting them.
And we're going to place this onto the
Yes.
plate as well.
Absolutely.
And once Aditi passes me the plate, I'm going to pretend I did all that hard work.
And just look at this lovely plate. They look prettier when I place them in this plate.
So have a look. So we're going to put this plate here for you guys. So have a look at it. Have a look at that plate. Yeah. So, okay.
Okay, so now I have the
We
cookies
have the
with me.
last.
Okay, so I have the cookies with me. What I'm going to do is, I have some Tylos mixed in water. Okay, so I have some Tylos mixed in water. I can just, like a gel. Basically, you guys can use new gel as well. So I'm just adding a little bit of gel.
Sonal is asking, won't cookies get soft when you stick fondant on?
See, if it's a chocolate based cookie, you can add ganache and then attach the topper, or you can add new gel and then attach the topper. Okay, and it won't become adding ganache or either adding new gel or edible glue or something like that.
So, Amita, yes, you're right. They are indeed very beautiful plates, and in the next 2 minutes we're going to show you around the place because the place is even more beautiful. So quickly, Aditi, we're waiting to go around the place.
So you have your cookie ready as well.
See, I am going to take this around, like just carry it in front of me and
Definitely.
say.
So till then, what I'll do is I'll plate up everything. So
Absolutely.
we have this lovely display.
So we're going to take you around this lovely page, and that's Aditi, lovely place that we are in right now. That's Aditi, and we are in Ardinox right now in Koregaon Park
It's a
in
lovely
Pune,
place.
and trust me, it's very, very nice. And we're gonna just show you around. So let's sort of go, go backwards, and we're sort of going away from Aditi. So you can start seeing the entire kitchen in focus right now. So it's Ardenox right here in Koregaon Park, lane 7 in Pune. So just a second, we'll sort of walk you in the place. So as you enter, this is exactly what you see. Lovely sort of a display. So I am truly missing home. I'm truly missing Aberdeen right now. This is like so much like the Lakeland stores in the UK. Just looks absolutely like one of them. So you see right there. Let's walk around. Lovely cabinets, and check out the lovely structures here. It's got a lovely sort of a sitting display up. And that's Aditi again, and she's doing something with her toppers. So you can see the whole range of the kitchen. The awesome ovens in the background. So imagine, having something like this in your kitchen and getting to bake and work in a space like this. I'm sure Aditi is having a wonderful place.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people are saying they would love a place like this. So you have a lot of clients right there, guys. So check this out. That's another lovely kitchen setup. Amita, this is it is a home deco store, right? So the store is by Jindal Steel. So it's one of Jindal Steel's newest creations. So you can have a look here. This looks just fantastic. I love the pots and pans as well. So we'll take you in and let you see around. So look at the lovely cutlery here. Not the cutlery, sorry, the plates. It is indeed a dream house, And look at this. Imagine this in your kitchen. Absolutely beautiful. We loved it. We're going to come here again probably soon, and we'll sort of take you more around. So lovely. Let's get back to Aditi now, and let's see what she's up to. Hopefully she hasn't finished the cupcakes, eaten them all alone. Check this out. The beautiful dining set, Beautiful one. And there she is.
Hello.
Plating it all up.
Yes, because the collection is so pretty. I'm so confused where to plate what, because it's so pretty.
The plates are more prettier.
So I'm just plating this up. So this is a lovely cookie plate by Ardenox, and so I've plated my cookies. And ta-da! We have this lovely cupcake display as well. And this beauty out here. So,
and there you go, guys.
These are lovely cookies, your chalkboard effect cupcakes with your chalkboard effect cake along with a puree. So, just a few last questions if they are coming in.
So, Ardenox in Pune, in Koregaon Park. They're based in lane 7. And yes, Amita, it's time we eat some cake. And for the next 5 minutes, we're going to answer more questions. But that's going to be time up, guys, now. So, we are, we thank you very much for listening in to us, for loving us so much, asking all those questions. And thanks to Aditi.
Absolutely my pleasure.
We'll come back in the camera.
So
And we'll pose with these things.
Absolutely.
So, thank you so much, Aditi. Can I take this from you?
You can,
I know it's a
definitely.
dummy, but
And
a real one.
I would actually like them, I would like them to come in as well.
Yes.
Pranjal.
So that's Pranjal from Adinox, and you can tell a little bit about
Your
Adinox
story
very
as well.
quickly.
Yes, so sealed kitchens. We have tableware, kitchenware, furniture, wardrobes. It's by Jindal Steel, which has contemporary design product ranges. It's hygiene and food safe, 100% pure steel, maintenance free. That's about it.
And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very pretty.
Thank you
Trust
so
me.
much for having us
Thank
over.
you for coming over. We are lucky to host you.
So, any more questions coming in?
We have a few. There are lots of thank you sessions, and we have one last question saying, does fresh cream with fondant go well?
See, I have actually used fresh cream on Cupcake. Absolutely works fine, but if I have to make an entire cake of fresh cream and then cover it with fondant, I might not do that, because any of the dairy based icing like buttercream or ganache, which has got milk in it or cream in it, go very well with fondant. But fresh cream is soy based, so that might crack up your fondant, so I wouldn't advise you to cover an entire fresh cream cake with fondant.
Okay, Aditi.
So yes, I hope that answers your query.
So thank you very much, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in, and we're gonna make a move now, but we will update Aditi's page. We will update absolutely everything, and thanks to the location, it was beautiful. And we'll be back soon next week. And next week what we're doing is very much fun. Is after all this, cupcakes and cookies that I've had, I am going to go on a diet. And next week we have Uma, who is going to be demystifying some of the diet myths for us, and we'll be covering it live from Mumbai. So thank you very much, guys. Check the next events page out, and we love the sort of response we get for our lives. Thank you. It's bye from Storified for today.